Good afternoon. We are here at the Clarkson residence attempting a shingle repairability test for Homesite insurance. Here is the wind damage shingle here. These here are actually 36 inches by 5-inch exposure. Definitely a discontinued shingle. Here's the one we're going to try to replace it with. This is a 39-inch, the only one you can buy on the market today, with a 5 5/8 exposure. It's the closest we can get to this shingle. We cannot cut it up because it voids the manufacturer's warranty. Now, in order to get this wind damage shingle out, first thing we have to do is take a putty knife. We have to very easily, very gently break the seal of the surrounding area. It's the only way we're going to get this wind damage shingle out, is breaking the surrounding area. Sometimes you got to go up 2 to 3 levels high. Now that we broke the shingles, the seals, now what we have to do, we have to lift the shingles to get to the nail strip. So here's the wind damage one. You can't just rip it out. You have to lift up the surrounding area. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to lift up these shingles, and we're going to, here's one here. This here's a nail fastener transfer, so it pulled through the shingle. So we can't mess with that. Let's move down here. So we got a nail here, so let's get to this one. Now, you usually got anywhere between 6 to 8 nails in the surrounding area of the wind damage shingle, but we're gonna very easily, very gently lift these up, no more than a 45-degree angle, to get all the nails out to get to the wind damage shingle. Now, on this roof, it's about 40 wind damage shingles. So this one here, we're gonna take them out very easily, very gently. I think we got a couple more, but it's the only way you're going to be able to get out the wind damage shingle is getting the nails out in the surrounding area. We're going to be very gentle lifting these shingles. We don't want to accidentally crack or crease these shingles. So here we go. Here's the wind damage shingle here. Here's the one we're going to try to replace it with. It's what we call Owens Corning shingle. So we're going to easily pull this over here. We're going to lift these shingles back up very easily, very gently, no more than a 45-degree angle. Now, once again, the shingles are a lot bigger because they're discontinued. So this shingle we're replacing it with has a 5 5/8 inch exposure, and it's 39 inches and a quarter length. So it's definitely not going to be like, kind, or quality. It's going to be a discontinued shingle that we're going to try to replace it with one that's on the market. So now we have to lift the shingles back up, and then we're going to have to put the nails back in. So very easily, very gently lift the shingles. Now, if you can notice, as I lift these shingles up, by accident, we're cracking and tearing them. We don't mean to do it, but they're so darn brittle because the roof is about 20 years old. So when I lift these shingles up, that's the only way you're going to get the nails back in. 2 + 2 is 4. You can't just put nails in without lifting the shingle. So here we go. Trying to lift it very easily, very gently. Don't want to crack any of the shingles by accident, but it's kind of hard to get the nails back in without lifting it but so high. No more than a 45-degree angle. So there goes 2. We have to go a little bit higher because you got to get all the nails back in. Here goes 3. No more than a 45-degree angle. Very easy, very gently. Going to get these shingles lifted up. And once again, the shingles are discontinued. We're trying to use one to get as close as we can. But if you notice here, as I lift these shingles, very easy, very gently, see it's cracking them, it's tearing them. So it's kind of hard to replace or repair a wind damaged shingle when 1, the shingles are discontinued, and 2, the condition of the roof is not going to allow a professional repair. You cannot cut these shingles back in the exposure. The exposure of the shingles on the market today are 5 5/8. So here we go. Look at this shingle here. It's cracking it all up. Here's the wind damage shingle that we try to replace it with. So if we keep lifting these shingles, all we're going to have is a domino effect of mess. This roof's got 40 wind damage shingles. So if you add it up, you're going to damage another probably 100 or 200, because when you lift the shingles, 1, 2, 3. So you're going to damage 2 more levels. 40 times 2 is 80. Then if you keep going higher and higher, you're going to replace over 200, 300 shingles. This roof, 100%, any type of professional contractor roofer would tell you there's no way of repairing this roof. 100% failed.